Good morning, everyone. I'm Diane Rogers. I'm the Executive Director of Liberty House of Albany. Most of you have probably heard of Liberty House. We are a domestic violence program located here in Albany, and we serve 17 counties in southwest Georgia. We were established in 1981 and have been here since that time, providing services to any victim of domestic violence and their children. Several services you may be familiar with. We have very important 24-hour crisis line. We never know when there will be a need in the community and when someone will need to call for help. So that crisis line is there 24/7 with a trained advocate to answer that call and to help that victim work through the situation they're experiencing. We have an emergency shelter. We house up to 21 individuals in our shelter, and that's women and children. And in that shelter, we're providing any and everything that an individual may need: basic needs, support, encouragement, and most importantly, just safe shelter from their batterer. And our outreach services, they are a lot of services that we provide in outreach. We are basically assessing the individual when they come to us for help, seeing what the needs are, and we are working to get that individual's needs met, whether that's through our agency or collaborations with other agencies. We're going to do anything we can for that victim to help to get them in a place where they can be self-sufficient and, most importantly, safe. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It is something we need to be aware of every month out of the year, and it happens every month out of the year. And unfortunately, domestic violence happens every day here in our community. So it is important that we take October to share our mission, which is to provide services to victims of domestic violence and their children. But that we share that, and that we also equip our community with the ability to make a difference. A lot of people ask, what can I do if I have a friend, if I have a family member, if I have a church friend? What do I do? The most important thing you do is listen, and listen in a non-judgmental way. It's easy for us to say, you should do this, you should do this. Unfortunately, with domestic violence, leaving right away may not always be the answer. The scary thing is with domestic violence is that the batterer has the victim in a situation where oftentimes they can't leave. They're financially dependent. Their children are dependent. Their livelihood is dependent on being with that person. And through this pandemic, we have seen things to some extent worsen with domestic violence. It is very serious. It is deadly. We have lost 4 lives in our 17 counties just this year. Over the last 10 years, we have lost 53 lives to domestic violence. Not only does domestic violence kill the victim, it kills bystanders. We've had in our community, we've lost law enforcement officers because of domestic violence. They were just answering a call for their job. We have had neighbors lose their lives. We've had siblings lose their lives over a sibling that was in a violent situation. So it can happen to any one of you, and it can happen to me. It can happen to any of us. It is important to be vigilant, to know the resources. And if you have someone that comes to you, provide that encouragement, provide the resources, but more importantly, just support. And if you are experiencing domestic violence, don't be afraid to get help. Liberty House is here 24/7. Our crisis line number is 229-439-7065. Please don't hesitate to call if you need help. And thank you for your support and all you do, and for having me share what Liberty House does today. Thank you.